Good evening, everybody. It is currently the 2nd of December 2023. Time of filming 10:15. As you can see, the entire place is smothered by this thick amount of fog. So this looks pretty ominous, pretty intimidating. Other than the branches at close proximity and the lampposts lighting the streets and the car lights, everything is pretty much indecipherable, or near to indecipherable, including that apartment down there, which is pretty tall and formidable by its size, but obviously the fog is giving it a ghoulish look, and you can just barely discern the lights from all those apartments. So far it is the coldest day of December so far, with temperatures currently at -2 degrees Celsius, albeit it is 2 degrees lower than that actually, as weather stateside is -4 degrees Celsius. Oh, look at that advert. It's quite a festive and a befitting way to complement the fog in the winter season. Personally, I like those flashy adverts like that. I'm starting to see a lot more of those on buses. In my opinion, it goes pretty well, especially with the winter season. Oh, there's an aircraft down there. Yeah, I'm not going to bother filming that. The camera's being freaky again. Yeah, I'll focus. Don't want to go through that ordeal, but other than that, it is pretty foggy. And yes, it is pretty cold. Unfortunately, there has been no snow. I know that the tabloids themselves have been hoping that the London and the South gets an assortment of flurries, but alas, that plan has sailed all the way to Scotland, which is pretty typical if you ask me, since usually a few weeks prior the media goes all crazy about snow striking the capital of England and other parts, when in actuality it just all ends up Scotland and towards the north of England. So from next week onwards would mark exactly a year since it last snowed in London. I believe it was around the 15th of December or 11th or 15th, I'm not really too sure. But around one of those dates, it snowed quite a lot. I remember at first, I was walking towards the supermarket to get some few bits and bobs, and as I was eating my flapjack, it started to snow, albeit it wasn't the thick covering. It wasn't those massive scale of flurries. It was just sleet, which then progressed onto flurries onwards. And it certainly was a delight walking, as everywhere was covered in thick snow. And I remember my nose was just running, all snotty, trying to film that occasion, back when I was at my temporary place around Riverlea. Yeah, around there. I just remember the streets being all covered in snow. And I certainly do remember a few people having snowball fights already. And mind you, it snowed for hours and hours on end. And that was the first time of last year that we got a real glimpse of the wintry festive weather. Just a week shy of Christmas season. And pretty much before that snow, it was pretty foggy as well. It was pretty damp, pretty cold. Already shivering. And yes, that was certainly amazing. I hope around sometime this year we also get to see some snow as comparable to last year. Although if it's already this cold down the first week, beginning of winter, since I believe around late November, early December is when winter season actually occurs, and it lasts until mid-March, and that's when the spring 2024 calendar starts to kick in. I hope in between those 3 months we have in advance, we get to see some snow. But other than that, I think I will go back in, since I am struggling to hold now. I am shaking like crazy. Although climate change has other things to say in that regard, since I know that these snow events have become even more extraordinary, even more rare, as the global temperatures start to heat up. I know that winters have started to become a little more sort of on the warmer spectrum of things. Not totally warm to obviously go out to the park and have a sunbath, of course, but. And speaking of which, around the next few days, temperature should be climbing back up again, although it will remain mostly in the single digits, with it mostly gone up to 9 degrees. And we shall see how next week and other weeks in advance avail. But I hope you enjoyed this little video. I will go back inside now. Thanks a lot for watching. Be sure to stay safe and take care. And let me know if you'd like to see more of these videos in the future. I know I have uploaded a few thunderstorm videos of this year during summer. That was certainly quite fun to do. Let me know if you would like to see more of those in the comments. And I shall see you on the next one then. Take care.